Hey guys. Okay, so I was out on site earlier this week with a couple having a meeting. It's actually one of my favourite meetings of all time to have. They'd literally just put an offer in on the property, the offer had been accepted, and they got me out in the due diligence period to kind of explain or help them understand the quirks of the property. So what the constraints were, what their options were, all of that sort of stuff. I love those kind of meetings because I can talk till the cows come home on that sort of stuff. But anyway, in that meeting, they basically said to me, we've really struggled to find a concise or clear list of exemptions for what applies to our property. So what we can do without triggering a town planning application. We've searched council's website high and low and we just cannot find it. What are we doing wrong? Where are we going wrong? And I kind of laughed and went, you can't find it because it won't exist. Like, I wouldn't have a job if town planning was that straightforward. I thought about it afterwards and went, you know what, that's actually a really good video topic. I can explain why town planning isn't so straightforward and why there's not one solution that fits everyone, I guess, out there. So the thing you need to know is that each and every property out there has at least one zone on it, at least a handful of different overlays, maybe a neighbourhood plan, and potentially some extra constraints thrown in for good measure. Now, I like to say zones are kind of council's way of clearly specifying what they expect to see on a property. So what they expect to see in terms of, will they see units or no units? Will it be 180 square metre lots or 450 square metre lots? Will it be things like commercial uses, shops, all of that sort of stuff? So yeah, the zoning tells you what council expects to see on that property from a use perspective, a density perspective, all that sort of stuff. Overlays are more like constraints. So they're things that council's trying to protect you from, so things like flooding, bushfire, or things that council's trying to protect from you, like biodiversity, heritage, that sort of stuff. Neighbourhood plans, that's council's way of getting really granular and fine-grained or specific about local issues. So things that are really topical within that exact suburb. Then you come to the extra things like protected vegetation. Now, the thing you need to understand is that each and every property has a different combination of those things or those factors. Last time I checked, there was something like 27 different zones, 27 different overlays, I have to think about this for a sec, and 80 something neighbourhood plans, and I wouldn't even try to guess how many extra random constraints there are out there. Each one of those, or any combination of those different factors, like I said, what are we at, almost 150 or something different factors there, any combination of those can trigger a town planning application. So each and every site across the city is very unique in terms of the combination that it has going on, and that is the reason why there is not one size fits all type exemption list that can be put out there into the world for everyone to look at. So hopefully that answers the question as to why town planning isn't so straightforward. As I always say, until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got three. Number one, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number two, Brisbane town planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number three, what was my number three? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all. Bye.